Shale boom means they cannot give gas away in Texas. The gas price at Waha registered a low last Thursday of $2.50 per million British thermal units and closed at $1.95, its lowest level since SANDP Global Platts started collecting the data back in 1994. The steep negative prices last week were in part caused by equipment failures on one pipeline system and planned maintenance on another, which made it harder to find outlets for unwanted gas. The fundamental since the start of 2016, oil production in the Permian region of Texas and New Mexico has risen by about 120% or more than doubling American Samoa. The rebound in crude prices encouraged a new shale development boom. But the reserves, as that gas boom has shadowed oil production, it has started to strain the capacity of the pipeline network to take the gas to market. Regulations and companies with pipeline capacity available can make money both by being paid to take gas away, and by selling it to customers that want it. At the same time, Kinder Morgan, the pipeline group, has identified building new routes for gas out of the Permian region as one of its strategic priorities, and has two projects under construction. The first, Rich Redash, head of global gas planning at SANDP Global Platts, said he did not expect any significant relief from the shortage of gas export capacity until that pipeline came into service. Even then, he added, the growth of oil and gas production would probably mean that strains on the system re-emerged quite quickly. As the capacity to move gas out of the Permian region increases, companies are looking for more buyers, particularly in export markets. Tellurian, which plans to build a $15 2BN plant in Louisiana for exporting liquefied natural gas, is also developing a 625-mile pipeline from Waha to supply it. Meg Gentle, Tellurian's chief executive, said there would be a need for a huge increase in LNG export capacity as U.S. gas production rose by an expected 20 BN cubic feet of gas per day, most of it coming from the Permian. Even though I don't believe those negative prices will persist, the price in the Permian is very low, she said. I am assuming a
raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.